So you're thinking about going carnivore. Great, and congratulations for having courage to try this dietary pattern. Let's make sure day 7 doesn't scare you into quitting a plan that could change your health. And if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Dr. Tony Hampton, your root cause doc in your corner. Tell me where you're watching from in the comments so I know who I'm coaching today. In the next few minutes, I'll give you the 10 things I tell my own patients before they start. What's normal, what's fixable, and what actually means you're adapting. I'll explain the why, then exactly what to do. Let's go. Number 1, that famous keto flu. It's not an infection, it's your kidneys dumping sodium and water as insulin falls. That shift, natriuresis, lowers fluid volume and can leave you headachy, tired, and crampy for a few days. Fix it by salting your food to taste, sipping a cup or 2 of beef or chicken broth, and adding magnesium and potassium from real foods or supplements if appropriate. Hydrate earlier in the day. Don't chug at night if you value sleep. Most of my patients turn the corner within 3 to 7 days once electrolytes are right-sized. If you have kidney disease or uncontrolled blood pressure, check in with your clinician before you supplement. Number 2, temporary hair shedding. One of my last videos touched on this topic, and I'll make sure to have that video linked on the end screen. The cause? Big life changes. A new diet, illness, stress, major calorie cuts can push your hair follicles into a resting phase called telogen. The shed usually shows up 6 to 10 weeks later. Don't panic. Eat enough. Anchor each meal with meaningful protein. Don't crash diet. Sleep on a consistent schedule and manage stress. Hello, my nest and rope acronym. If shedding lasts beyond 10 to 12 weeks, or you feel unusually tired or cold, ask your clinician about ferritin, a complete thyroid panel, and zinc. In my clinic, once metabolism calms and nutrient status is solid, hair often returns thicker and stronger. Number 3, changes in your bowel habits. More fat means more bile flow. Less fermentable fiber means your microbiome is remodeling. If you front load lots of butter and cream, you may sprint to the bathroom. If you undersalt and underhydrate, you may stall out and develop constipation. Start with intact fats in real foods. Think ribeye instead of butter bombs. Salt to taste. Drink earlier in the day. And walk after meals to stimulate motility. If you're backed up, a bedtime magnesium glycinate or citrate can help, assuming it fits your health profile. Keep in mind that citrate is more potent for constipation. Most guts settle by week 2 to 4 once you stop yo-yoing fat and you hit your mineral rhythm. Number 4, uric acid and gout. Early ketosis can temporarily slow uric acid excretion because ketones compete for the same exit door in the kidney. Translation: levels can bump a bit. To protect yourself, hydrate. Keep electrolytes steady and avoid alcohol and dehydration in the first 2 to 3 weeks. If you've had gout before, ease into high purine foods and then reintroduce gradually. Vitamin C can support uric acid handling if your clinician agrees. This is usually a short-term competition problem, not a forever problem. I also sometimes will start gout medicine during the adaptation phase, which can last 2 to 3 weeks, and then wean off once fat adapted. So make sure to talk to your doctor about this. Number 5, lipid labs that look different. Carnivore often drops triglycerides and raises HDL. LDL may rise in some, especially lean, active folks who traffic more fat for energy. The lean mass hyperresponder pattern. We don't treat numbers in a vacuum. We treat people in context. Ask for a fuller picture. Triglyceride to HDL ratio, ApoB to A ratio, fasting insulin, A1C, and inflammatory markers like high sensitivity CRP and a set rate. Metabolic health is the goal. A single data point isn't the whole movie. Quick pit stop. If you're getting value, tap like and subscribe so this message reaches someone who needs a steady voice in week 1. And drop a question below. I read those and build future videos from your comments. Number 6, Workouts may dip before they pop. Your mitochondria are updating their software. Glycogen handling, sodium status, and fat oxidation enzymes are adapting. Expect a performance to sag for a week or two. Keep zone 2 cardio. Lift with slightly less intensity. And consider creatine for strength. Many folks see a rebound between weeks 3 and 6. If you're a competitive athlete, a small, targeted carb before peak efforts can be strategic while you transition, if that fits your plan. Number 7, hormones and cycles, especially for women. In the luteal phase, progesterone rises and many women become slightly more insulin resistant. That can mean more hunger and cravings. Don't respond by slashing calories. Fuel consistently. Keep protein steady and salt to taste. Your salt needs can tick up in this phase. Guard your sleep like it's your job. If cycles get irregular and stay that way, check thyroid, iron status, prolactin, and overall energy availability. In my experience, better insulin dynamics often mean better ovulation, provided sleep, stress, and nutrition are aligned. Number 8, histamine intolerance. Sensitive folks can get flushing, hives, headaches, or that allergy-ish feeling from aged meats, slow-cooked leftovers, and ground meats that sat too long. That's not meat being bad, it's histamine load and timing. Buy fresh, portion and freeze, and cook from frozen when you can. Favor quick-cooked, fresh ruminant cuts at first. Rotate proteins and leave space between meals. Once your bucket isn't overflowing, many people expand variety comfortably. Number 9, oxalate dumping. If you're coming from a high oxalate diet, when you suddenly drop high oxalate foods, some people report transient aches, skin prickles, or cloudy urine, likely shifts in how oxalate is handled. Evidence is evolving, but the reports are common. You can taper oxalates down instead of a hard stop, hydrate well, and when oxalates are present, pair them with calcium-containing foods to bind them in the gut. Keep minerals and sleep steady. If symptoms are persistent or severe, don't self-diagnose. Get evaluated. Number 10, those real-world traps. Social events, budget, and travel. Environment beats willpower every time. If it's in your house, it's in your mouth. Build a safe zone. Freezer steaks, eggs, 10 fish, and a few seasonings you love. Batch cook once or twice a week. Keep an on-the-go kit with things like jerky, sardines, electrolytes, your favorite salt. In restaurants, order a grilled ruminant protein. Ask for butter or tallow if available, and trade sides for extra eggs or meat. Systems, not motivation, carry you through busy weeks. Let me give you a rapid start game plan like I do in clinic. Start by getting baseline labs and plan to retest at 8 to 12 weeks. Triglycerides, HDL, ApoB, fasting insulin, A1C, high sensitivity C-reactive protein, set rate, ferritin, and a complete thyroid panel if you've got fatigue, hair issues, or irregular cycles. Build your day with a protein anchor at each meal. Then ramp up fat to satiety over 1 to 2 weeks. Salt your food, add a daily broth, and hydrate earlier. Protect your sleep by not front-loading water at bedtime. Ease your training intensity in weeks 1 and 2. Stock your kitchen with fresh or frozen portions to cook fast and keep a simple travel kit ready. Journal your energy, sleep, bowel habits, cravings, mood, and if applicable, your cycle. Patterns beat guesses. And before we close, remember why this approach works at the root. Lower insulin allows your body to access stored fuel. Stable blood sugar quiets cravings. Adequate protein preserves lean mass and supports hair hormones and healing. Minerals keep your electrical system firing. Sleep and stress management makes the hormones listen. This isn't punishment, it's precision, giving your body the inputs it was designed to run on. Okay, here's my Jerry Springer moment. Your body is not your enemy, it's your best student. When you change the inputs, it learns. Sometimes it grumbles, sometimes it tests you, but it learns. Progress happens when you raise your standards, not when you wait for perfect motivation. Decide right now, this is who I am. I fuel for healing, not for habit. Get leverage. Remember why this matters. Your kids, your purpose. Because that future version of you can play on the floor, climb the stairs, and live free of food noise. Change your state. Stand tall. Breathe deep. And smile like you mean it. Then make winning easy. Shape your environment so success is the default. 1 meal, 1 day, 1 week. Stack tiny victories until they look like a miracle. You don't need perfect. You need momentum. And momentum starts today. When you salt that steak, honor your sleep, and take massive, compassionate action. I really hope that helped. And if it did, hit like so more people find it, subscribe for more root cause low carb guidance, and check the description for resources and my Carnivore playlist. I'm Dr. Tony Hampton, protecting your nest and cheering you for your next win.